Good evening, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Do you have the spiritual armor tonight? Because you're going to need it. We got a few things we want to show you what's happening here, and we will also have some fellowship one with another. So, guys, if you are getting commercials at the beginning or on any of my videos, could you please let us know if you're getting commercials at all? It was just something I had to be reminded to tell you guys, and I thought I'd say it straight off the bat. So welcome, everybody. Growler's here with me. Hello.
G'day, mate. G'day.
How
How
are
are you?
you?
Good, good,
Yeah.
good, good, good.
Okay.
As good,
Good.
as good as we can be, really. With
Exactly.
what's happening here, but we'll go through that um,
Oh,
sometime very
yes.
soon.
We'll get a chance to go through that. So I'm going to start
Mm.
the show off with a little something different to break it up. I just wanted to show you some pictures I've just decided to show you guys, and try to remember who of you sent them to me as well. So let's see how my memory serves me. But you guys have sent me photos and some videos over the last 6 months, and it was one of those things I just kept forgetting to do a video on it. So I wanted to pull up some of those photos for you tonight. Just a few, not too many, but so, and then Growler, he is going to fill us in on what is going on in this crazy, insane island. Um, and then we'll maybe, if anybody like Bubba, if you jump in the chat, you're welcome to jump in and have a chat to us if you're up to it. Um, Anybody wants to jump in maybe at the end of it, we'll see how we go for time. So I was thinking about doing something like that tonight. So I'm really happy you're all here. So Vernon, hi Vernon, how you going, darling? Always praying for you, mate, always. Yaz Child, Bill, Trixie, and I don't know if I need to refresh my screen or what, but anyway, welcome everybody. Oh yes, I certainly did. Dr. Evals, hi, mate. Tony's Coffee House. Good day, Tony. How you going? I've visited your channel quite a few times. Deborah Higgins, Robin Middlebrook. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody. If I've missed any of you, please forgive me. So I just want to run through a few photos that I've picked out to show you all tonight, and hopefully you will enjoy these. Obviously, we want our armour up, guys. We're entering into some pretty amazingly ridiculous times. So let's just try and focus on something else just for a minute. And Messi, could you start that? I'm not sure which screen. I've got two screens running here, guys, in the background. So not sure which screen goes first. I'm pretty sure it's my phone. I'm not even sure if Messi can hear me unless he's having a little bit of trouble. Here he is. Now, I think there is just an issue. Now, yeah, so those photos, that's great. So, psychological warfare is being waged upon you. Okay, we know that, but most have no idea, even on the battlefield. You know, that's where we're at. That's why we're here. That's why we're gathered here. We've come together just to share a few things tonight. Um, we can only look at the good side of this. As you guys know, there is no other way to look at this. So we are not coming at you with fear or anything horrible. So we're just going to go with the flow. So here's a first photo that I decided to send you, which was by Shane Barber. He sent this in quite a while ago. And if, unfortunately, I should have took it a bit closer up because for some reason the software we are running, it didn't pull these up as big as I wanted. But there is a portal on the left-hand side, that circle thing you can see. This photo he sent me, it looks like a real portal. And he said this was when this appeared when the army was going street to street right there, because he was there when it happened. So thanks, Shane, if you're in the house, Shane Barber. We love you, mate. Thank you for everything. And our next photo was sent in by Joanne Herring, and I just thought this was really worth a look at. Yeah, I like that one. I mean, nothing going on here, nothing to see. And that was Joanne Herring. So, Joanne, if you're in the house, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that photo. We've got another one sent in that this was just a reminder I threw in. I hope you all can see that, but that was those 22 mummies that were paraded through Egypt, as we remember, excuse me. And I just thought it was something to keep in our memory as we're coming into 222, as we know it's Build Back Better. And I saw that and just wanted to, the 222 giants, what was it? 22 giants, sorry. And just a reminder
21,
for looking
was it?
back, like we can look in hindsight, and in hindsight we can see so much now. They've shown us so much. So I just threw that one in, so that's a little bit different. And the next one here, yeah, so this was sent in by Western Warrior, Deb. Thanks, Deb. This one was great. I was looking at the wrong screen then, guys, if I was speaking at the wrong timing, I think. Okay, so yeah, Deb sent this one in. This was at night time. Pretty sneaky, you know, like, yep, I know we wake up and they're there and they blow in from the ocean here, so we're pretty close to that. And this is one that was a beautiful rainbow. I just thought that was beautiful. Isn't that lovely? Right on the corner there. Just lovely. That one was Western Warrior as well. So the next one was mine. I just thought I'd throw that in. I really liked that. That was one of those wolf moons, or I can't really remember if it was the strawberry or the wolf. I'm not sure. This is mine too, not posing, but just showing the cloud formation. And that was wild that day. This is interesting. These two photographs are interesting. So, unfortunately, I'm looking on my phone. Here we go. Now it's on my pad. I have a lag here, guys. I've got two devices going, and the one that I can see the best is the one that's lagging. So, sorry about any dead air. Right. So this one, yeah. Now, can you just do the next one, Missy? And I will get you to go back to that one again, though. Now, look at this. I just thought that this was great. This square orange, this a rectangle, whatever you want to call that, how that came out there. And I know that's not photoshopped or anything because I took that photo too. So I stumbled across that and went, wow, sometimes you just got to look back on your photos. So what I'm offering you guys is send me some of your photos and we can do one of these before every show. It's a nice way to break it up. It's, it's good looking at the photos we get. And here's another one. This one is down at that same tree as the one with the grey weird skies, and just look at the difference. Different day, same tree. Different day, same tree. That's actually Archerfield Airport Aerodrome. It's not an airport, it's an aerodrome. And then the next one we have is from, now, just don't want to get these mixed up. I'm wondering if I'm still even coming through, guys. Are you guys there?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Messy. And the last one I have, or is it the last one? I'm not too sure. Messy. Hello. Here it comes. Sorry, he must. Oh, and this one. And this is the last of my ones. So I had to put this one in for you, Growler.
Yeah.
I had to put this one in for you.
Old Fosty. What a legend.
So we have
if you ever want to be anything if you ever want to role model, just this guy is the way to go. He really, I'm joking. But yeah.
Arrested again on the 20th of May. Yeah,
Peter
so
Foster.
that's our Peter Foster. That's our
Uh,
career criminal who's such a bad person. They have to arrest him every year, and then they say they'll take his dogs for him. The cop that arrests him says, "I'll take your dogs for you." So
yeah,
it's a very
yeah,
funny
yeah.
story here in Australia, but I
It
actually
is,
threw that
guys.
in
Yeah,
for Growler. That was
yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
thought.
He's would have to actually go through what he's done and put a collage and together, and you'd understand it. He wasn't a yeah. I mean,
It
he
doesn't
wasn't.
matter. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. He was
he
just
wasn't a
a really
bad
funny
guy.
guy here in
Yeah,
Australia. No, he was a career
yeah,
criminal that they
yeah,
just. They're so tough. They sent two big burly cops to tackle a
yeah.
70-year-old man on a Port Douglas beach. So it was a funny story.
Oh,
So
it's
we've
beautiful.
been, yeah,
That was
really,
going to be
really
my
good
new,
story.
yeah, that was going to be my new handle with Foster Rocks down the bottom of it. So,
Frosty,
yes, Frosty Rocks.
drink Foster's.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, it goes on and
That's
on and
it.
on.
It
No, we've
does.
already been
So,
through that for the last 2
I'm
days
still
since
trying to
we found it.
control her. Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
dear, it was so funny.
It,
I don't know what made me think of that yesterday, but next minute we're looking
yeah,
up Peter Foster and we're
yeah,
laughing on the floor, just
yeah.
laughing on the floor.
The
So
man is
that was a
gold.
good way to break it up. That was so we do have a lot of really serious stuff going on.
As you can tell.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's why we're trying to laugh because no,
yeah.
not no, but you know what,
Oh, I
us
know, I know,
Aussies,
I know.
we got to
Yeah,
do it this way or it's no other way because
that's
it
right.
is what it is. It is what it is. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
as Richie would say, it is what it is. So,
Yeah, that's
I
right.
hate knocking him off because I love him and he should be normal again. But anyway, um, so I think we will hand it over to your side of it there, where
All
you were going to
right.
tell, you were going to actually, before we start, guys, Growler, did you find out the number of cases this morning just before we went on in Queensland today?
Yeah, yeah. Another 16, which is just apocalyptic. But
19.
then, yeah, they've got another 100 cases somewhere or something. I haven't read it properly. I'd have to go through because it was actually just on live at the moment, so I really couldn't do it as I had to get ready for the live stream here. But
Okay.
yeah, it's going to be a big one, and but I'll go through that anyway, and yeah, and I'll just point it out. I won't dribble on like I normally. It's always boring, but yeah, I'll just go through it basically with three other articles and tell you guys what's happening here. So. As we discussed, remember we watched ScoMo from the G7 meeting, and he was very, very nervous. Remember we went through that,
Absolutely sweating.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
and he was basically read his horoscope by the G7.
You're breaking up. Okay, guys, I don't know if you can hear me or him or both of us over each other, but Growlers seem to have dropped out. And he is always nervous for some reason, isn't he, Trixie? Um, I don't know if he's just yeah. What's been happening here with our internet? They've really been playing with me. I know that. My phone has been just weirded out. I don't know if any of you else are having trouble. Also, I did have 2 days of full on buzzing in my ears, which I've never had that before. I've never said I'm a TI or anything like that because I've just never wanted that to happen. But if you guys, yeah, you can hear me. So I'm not sure. Yep, that's okay. I'm here. I'll talk to you. So what he was going to tell us was probably not what I should say because I'll blow it. I'll blow it for him. He'll be back. I won't do that to him. So, guys, have a talk to me in chat. How about? this. I'm lagging though, Beck, from Oz. A lot of my devices are malfunctioning. And I actually met you last night, Anne, in my dream. I did. You were there. And because I do know what you look like, I met you in my dream. So, sister, it must be going to happen soon. It could be encouraging for all of us because I know that I've had people contact me saying they've had me in their dreams, and I have had others in my dreams. And I don't even know if that's what they looked like or if that's what my brain perceives them like. But I do believe that we can, through the Holy Spirit, communicate like that. I don't know, call me crazy, but the CIA definitely believe in it because they believe in remote viewing. As we all know, they train people to learn how to remote view through people's subconscious through their dreams. So this is very possible. So yeah, it was good to meet you,
Can
Anne.
you hear me?
You're back. I was just talking to
Yeah.
Anne and telling them about a dream I had. Okay,
Oh, okay
so
then. Okay, sorry. I'm just
oh, that's good.
um,
Forgiven and blessed. That means your pineal glands opened up because that must be our receiver, our antenna for the Father is our
yep,
pineal gland. So
yeah, that's right.
I
That's
think
right.
when we dream, that is like some of it's just hogwash. We dream just garbage. But for those of us who don't watch TV and don't watch or listen to music, I think our dreams
Mm,
are probably more cleaner and pure than anybody's because we're not polluting our minds with um, images, let's say. Yeah. So
mm,
maybe our
mm.
dreams are, a little bit more to be believed, I guess. Good to have you
Yeah.
back, mate. Welcome back. Welcome
Yeah.
back. Now
Thanks,
you
mate.
can
Yep.
go for it. You can go for it.
All
So you
right.
can tell us what's
Okay.
going on in a nutshell. It's not
Okay.
easy.
Now I'll try again. Now I'll try again. So sorry about that, guys. Just dropped out. So I just basically want to tell you what's happening here
Okay.
because
So
we
are
are the
you in the
lowest
same
ranked
spot?
orange juiced country in the OECD. So 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 they're really
Hang on a sec. I think if you're
they're,
lagging to me, mate, no, stop. If I can't hear you, I don't think they can because I'm hooked into the source, so to speak. If you can't hear Growler, please let me know, guys. I'm just writing that. I don't know. I think he's dropping out. It's not me. Yeah. So that's okay. I can Messy's gonna go and fix it up. What we think is our signal, this is what I was getting at before, our signal to the caravan that we always had, it's shortened. It's cutting in and out. It's just playing stupidity games with us. So and everybody, like you guys said, is having trouble. Vernon, I have really vivid dreams and I don't have a TV at all and I don't see people all day long. Yeah, see, the, of course, because you're connected into the spirit, Vernon. He speaks to you through his dreams. So yeah, Growler is coming and going. He just needs to get closer to the house. The only problem for him is that because of the young children here, they are all on sleep time at the moment, but they won't be for long. He's starting to sound robotic, like happens to Aya. Yeah, yeah. I remember Aya's channel, Kat's channel. She
sorry, got
doesn't
it.
do much anymore, which is
Are
a
you there?
shame. I've been on her channel. Yeah, look, you might have to
Yeah,
move
I've got
under
it.
the house.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
already got that. Yeah, so I'm already there. Sorry about that,
Are
guys.
you
Not
cold?
having much. No, 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 I'm fine. No, no
Okay,
worries
that's
at
all right.
all.
We've got really bad
Okay.
westerly winds here, so if you
Yeah.
get cold, just yell out.
Okay. So I just firstly want to say that the army that's on the streets are not armed uh, yet. So I'll go through that with you. So if we can just pull up the first one there, mate, that would be good. Okay, so ADF force hit Sydney streets to help crack down on CV compliance. So uh, at the most, see what they're trying to do is they're trying to introduce a soft martial law, that sort of thing, so people get used to the idea of seeing troops on streets and that sort of thing. So they say that they're uh, in here to help compliance, and then the next day they sort of like went back. Oh, they, you know, they're helping the people. They're delivering food parcels, and they're all waving and all pretending it to be nice and the lot. So if we can just pull up that picture, that'd be good. Yeah. So as you can see, just that picture there. So as you can see, they're not armed, and the police are the frontline forces now. I can tell you with what's happening with Sydney is they will not lift the lockdown until about 70% are juiced. So what's going to happen? There's only about 20%. So it's going to be a very, very long one. The same thing is will happen with us as well. I haven't really got the news for this morning because it comes out at 10 o'clock. So as you can see, it's getting people to the media are portraying that, oh, they're here to help. And look, there's always been emergency situations, like let's say with bushfires and flood assists, and I've got no problem with the army helping and with that sort of stuff if there's bushfires, and I mean that's normal, that's their job. But we all know with what's going on that everything's not true, and now they're bringing out the army, so they've stepped up to the plate. Now, as it says in our Defence Legislation Amendment 2020, and we've gone through that with other live streams, that they can bring out troops in a national emergency, which we've already declared. Now, emergency isn't defined, so that's the other thing it's the other loophole that they try to put towards people. So I'll just quickly read the article. It takes about 2 minutes, and I'll just break it down a little bit, and then we'll go to the next one. So a majority of the 300 troops, now there's only 300 at the moment. And as I said to you when I was out at the base, that a friend of an acquaintance of mine that's out at the base, his cousin was in the army, and a month ago he was given orders, come in. If you don't take the juice, off you go. Pack your bags and off you go. So he was given a month ago orders to say that he'd be going down to Sydney, and that was a month ago. And they only announced this about a week and a half ago. So you can see how it's all planned. So I'll just quickly read. A majority of 300 troops will be patrolling Sydney's 8 local government areas. Now, LGAs, okay, so they were called suburbs before this whole charade. Now they're called LGAs.
It was a suburb, yeah, my whole life. Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
suburb
that's
my
right.
whole life.
So, yep.
LGA.
So now they're calling them LGAs.
LGBTQST5.
Yeah.
Sorry.
10-8. No, it's all right. Unlike you. And so areas of concern to take the pressure off police. It is a great pleasure to extend our support we are providing to the state of New South Wales in the current circumstances, Brigadier Mick Garraway told reporters on Monday. I want to stress front again that we will be under the control of NSW Police. We are not an law enforcement agency, and we will not do tasks that are supportive in that nature. So what they say is they're here for CV compliance and all this sort of stuff, and going around and making sure people at home, and because what happens is people have to stay home if they are so-called test positive and the like, and they're told to quarantine. So the police and army come around to make sure they're doing the right thing. Now, to date, there has been no army getting involved with enforcement, as I don't know, how would I put it? As we know of, and I'm sure but I really reckon that will change within the next 6 months maximum, I would say. So what you have with the Defence Force is a disciplined, capable organisation that is VC tested and compliant and able to do a range of tasks that will take the pressure off the police, take pressure off the Department of Health and other organisations so they can get out and do what they do best. So you just read between the lines. It's very easy. So if we go to the next one, so I'll give you a basic overall view. So I'm just trying to do this in point form and not rattle on. But I mean, all you guys have to do is just go on to, I know MSN's total crap, it really is. But, you know, if you've got the discernment, you can read between the lines and evaluate. That's what it's all about. So they're all lies, as we know. So I just want to give you an overall picture of what's happening in Sydney. So NS Premier, we call her Klinger from MASH because she looks like it, or you call her Glad Bags, been jerking off. You can call her anything you like. It's just a thing. It really is. I mean, it's vomit. Well, it's not my fault she's like that. I can't help it, or whatever it is. It's vomit on legs. So I could really go on about it, but I won't. I'll stop there and be nice. So now they're up to about. They say they're up to about 3.4 million, and they want to do 6 million by the end of August, and they know it's an impossible task. So you can see, so they keep it going, smash business, keep it going, smash businesses. So Gladys is pointing to a 50% statewide VC coverage by the end of the month, which they will never get through, and they know that, in order to ease some restrictions. That target has prompted pushback from the nation's leaders, including Prime Minister Crime Sinister, I'll call him, Scotty from marketing, amid concerns it's not enough to prevent further cases or deaths. By the end of August, I'd like to see NSW record about 6 million juices. No wonder it's a miss. Miss Gladys said on Tuesday. However, the VC targets are at odds with the Doty Institute, and if you go through the National Cabinet, they're releasing stuff, and the planned open up of Australia, because we're locked off to the rest of the world, and it's quite worrying actually, because they're basically not going to let anything open until they hit their targets, because we are, I think we're the last nation lagging behind on that. So the modelling warns any outbreak running rampant. It runs, it creeps, it jumps. So it's quite intelligent, this thing, and you know, it's like it's at a playground, you know. I mean, I reckon Foster's put the wording to this. He's done it really well. He really has. And in a community with less than 70% of its population, VC would see rapid and uncontrolled. So they're at about 20% now, and they want to get to 70. So they're locking down until they get to 70%. It doesn't matter if it's 6 months, it doesn't matter if it's 8 months, they're not going to let anyone out. And us in Queensland, we're basically on the same par now. That's what my guess would be, having a look at the modelling of Sydney and what they're saying here in Queensland, and the so-called rescue packages that the government's giving small business, where basically 90% are that are not legible for this money anyway, because then it goes behind their narrative, because they want to smash all small to medium businesses anyway. So why help them out, you know? So they're pretending to throw carrots, but they're only throwing crumbs. We've got a massive problem now in Sydney and especially Melbourne and Queensland, with all these lockdowns now. In 6 months, that's just going to be the end of small businesses. A massive percentage of small businesses will go under, and I mean, you will own nothing and be happy. So if we go to the next one, mate, that'd be really good. Okay, so delays release of NSW roadmap powder. So she's delaying the whole release until she gets 70%. and they're not coming out. They're not. No one's coming out. Doesn't matter if you've been orange juiced once or twice until they reach the 70%. So, like I said, they've got about 50% to go. So, in 6 months, it's taken 20%. So, I just want to show you. They're basically, keeping everyone prisoner here because we're not armed. We haven't got the Second Amendment like they do in America. And they've got very, very strict rules here. I'll say Gladys first signalled the roadmap on July 7th and hinted restrictions would be eased in 2-week stages. So they're telling you what they're doing. So they're not going to open anything up till they get 70%. Then they incrementally go every 2 weeks in different, very small stages. So, if you want, the same thing happening in New York, and if you've been following what's happening in New York, and there is one thing I want to go ahead now. Let's say I think there's something special for America. I don't know what it is. I'm not saying it could be a raft of different things, but let's say Texas, Florida, and there's a few other states that are fully open and everything's going well, everything's normal. See, what they're doing is they're corralling people into about 4 or 5 states. So anyone that wants freedom, doesn't want passports, doesn't want this, they're all corralling them into these states, and then they'll drop the hammer down. So this is how they consolidate things and trap people and then lock it down. Not sure if they'll lock it down. I don't know. People are saying, "Oh, our mayors are great. They're not not going for this, and they want us to have freedoms." No. That won't happen. That will not happen.
Just said,
I can tell you that right now.
Just said 233 cases in Sydney just announced, just to let you know. So Fudge just said, Caramel Fudge, 233 cases. So, that's what it is. That's the plan, guys. They can give us any numbers they want now every day, you see.
Yeah, that's right.
And it won't matter because
that's right.
That is the roadmap out is actually the percentage that they want done. And believe us, it will be that percent by then, because they're not going to back off until it's done. So we are basically,
that's right.
I believe we're in a permanent lockdown until that is achieved now.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Yeah, exactly right. And that's right. And Melbourne will go into it sometime in the next 2 to 4 weeks. I'd say Western Australia within the next 2 weeks, because what Scotty from marketing has said is he released a roadmap, and he said he wanted every state to be at least 70% before anything opens up. Before anything. So even if, let's say, Sydney hits 70%, if Western Australia doesn't hit it or Queensland doesn't hit it, no, they're not going to open anything up until they have those even numbers throughout all the states. So they've all agreed to that. I mean, I could give you Scotty from marketing's so-called presentation, and you'll all be pretty well horrified. So I just wanted outdoor dining, a return, face-to-face learning, same sort of thing happening in New York and all around, let's say, France and Germany and all this sort of thing. So they've deliberately, in all parts of the world, they've got these pockets where they've got freedom and not much is happening. So that's where they're pushing people into these little pockets and then drop the hammer down. So I mean, that's the way of controlling it. That's my view anyway. Before we bring up this next video, we, as I've said through lots of live streams and videos, we've passed emergency powers and the CV Act of 2020, which has killed the Constitution, or whatever Constitution anyway, and brought in the Biosecurity Act. So the thing is, when people say we've got that law and we've got that law and that sort of thing, see, Australia became a corporation before the 70s, but officially, it became a corporation of America when our Prime Minister, Gough Whitlam, actually decided to take a dip in Port Phillip Bay and then sold us out to the US. So really, you see the start of the privatisation from 73 onwards. So that's where it really started, with all this privatisation, businesses getting bigger and bigger. So it's been in the works globally, really. you know, for the last 30 years, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
now, now, this is what you're going to see is what's happening in New South, and well, the same sort of things happened in Melbourne to more of a degree, but the NSW force is basically adopting the same thing because they're all under orders, and Queensland will be adopting the same thing. So what they're trying to do, the nappies people wear, they did it even before the juice came out. So if you didn't wear your nappy, you couldn't go into a shop, you couldn't do this, you couldn't fill up your car, you couldn't do anything. So they're practicing. So it's a layered approach. It's a strategic layered approach to how they're going to do. How would I put it? This is basically what's going to happen if you don't get orange juice by the time they get 70 to 80%. So it's a mock run. So if now what's happened here when you watch this next video, this is what's happening. So they're not targeting everyone, they're just targeting people. So it's a pick off. So you can picture, let's say, no, I'm not getting the orange juice, no, that sort of thing. Okay, well, that's fine. This is how they're going to pick you off. So if you run the next video, that'd be good, and you can see what's happening. No, the next one, mate. Sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. Yeah. So I'll tell you what's happening. So this one's from New South in Sydney, and the next one that we run will be from Queensland. So you can see that they're not basically kicking down the bloody doors. Yep.
Door to door, knocking on these and actively looking for people.
Smacks him in the face. It
What a
smacks
pro.
him in the face.
It's Peter Foster on crack.
Karen, be quiet.
Yeah.
Oh my
That
god.
was just a snippet of the video that I'm about to show you, but that was New South Wales police kicking in a gate to enter a property. Now, the video actually starts off with the police inside the property without anyone's permission, it seems, from what's being said in the video. Then obviously it escalates further from there. From what I've been able to gather, it seems like this is related to a breach of one of New South Wales rules around either masks or the kilometer radius. And here we have the police entering a family home, and you see the way in which they are conducting this type of activity against the public. Have a look, tell me your thoughts. If anyone has more information, please share it below. But yeah, have a look at this and just tell me, really, is this necessary from the police?
Absolutely.
So, yeah. There we go.
He's just dropping me off.
Police, so we're going to speak to him.
Yeah, all right, relax. What are you coming here for? You're not allowed outside. Get outside, mate. Outside. You move outside. Right?
Not pushing! Not pushing! We're recording too! I'm recording too!
Go outside. You're outside. Go outside. Why you go inside? Who told you? Who gave you permission to go outside? Who gave you permission?
You're going to get sprayed.
Get outside.
You're going to get sprayed.
Get outside.
Come outside. You walk out first.
Get outside.
Not pushing!
Knock your feet out. Get outside. Go outside. Don't.
Get back!
Fut la joie. Bye.
Put that.
Stay outside my house. Stay outside of my house.
problem is with
اطلع لبرا كلمة فاكر اطلع لبرا هون استني هون وقف يا Yeah. Bring your warrant. Don't even step in here with a warrant. Don't even step in here with a warrant. Don't even step in here with a warrant. Yeah?
you read your slides for me, yeah. I'm on fucking secondary. Shut the fuck up, can't get that. Shut up.
Oh, get this guy out of here.
Shut up. How the fuck did I need
Detective, get this guy out of here.
Oh, get up, bro.
Get Phil out of here.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot him on.
Auntie lives here and he lives here, man. We didn't do nothing. I haven't been resist. Did I resist? Bro, you got my body cam. Did I resist? How about that? Did I resist? Did I resist? He's got a beanie on.
He had a beanie on. Seriously?
No one here on it.
Everybody in the back and they all ganged up, so he's
No one ganged up on you, mate. Get out, boy. Stay outside, mate. Buddy, what are you talking about? Excuse me. Excuse me.
My son is asleep. Leave it! Leave him! Leave him! I'm recording this! I'm recording this, you son! I'm recording this! I'm recording this! I'm recording this! What the fuck are you doing? Leave him alone! Leave him alone! Leave him!
Oh, chicks like that drive me nuts. Yeah, well, we've seen enough of that.
Yeah.
I
So
think
as
that
you,
we all
yeah,
got the gist of that one.
So as you can see, you know, once they make it mandatory, if you know what I mean, you know, houses or streets and that sort of thing who haven't taken it, they're going to surgically lock these down, and that's how they're going to come in and fix it up. Now, if you have a look at this happened in Queensland. Now, this guy here, he's got a medical problem. He had an exemption. He was exercising and everything like that. And you can see where this is going. So if we go to this one, that would be good.
Just let me get it, for God's sake. Where is it, darling? Where is it? See, do you believe me now, you pricks?
Yeah, so just stop there. So as you can see, the full video will be in the description box. So as you can see, it doesn't matter if they're going to arrest you anyway, even if you have medical problems, even if you got an exemption. So he was already he actually had the exemption on him. He had the exemption on him, and that still didn't work. So now with
And he's
this,
an old man. They've just thrown to the ground.
Yeah,
like far out.
Yeah.
They don't care. You know.
No, he actually had convulsion and attack, but the cops didn't care, and he hit the ground. They still had him handcuffed and everything. They're getting his stuff out for him, but they're still not going to release him. So let's say you take this to court. And let's say most of the times you can get the fine thrown out. Nothing's still going to happen to the police here. Nothing will happen.
Right.
So that's why they're getting away with it. So I mean, any time you've seen anything like this, tell me if you've ever seen a police officer get jailed, get fined, nothing happens to them. They can throw the fine out, which they probably do a lot of the times, but still. They still get away with doing what they're doing. So that's the crazy. That's the crazy part about it. Yeah, that's right.
Police brutality now.
Yeah,
and just
that's
in
right.
saying that, I just wanted in saying that about police brutality. I did ask everybody before, were you getting any commercials in our videos at all? Because I didn't want everybody to take this the wrong way, but we brought a sponsor on board, so I just wanted to see if we'd been sponsored yet. So, and so we do actually just waiting to see if there's any commercials from our sponsor. So I just
he's a
thought
great
that
great sponsor.
and now a word from our sponsor.
Yeah.
Nothing's right. It hasn't been for a long time, but it's just so noticeable. It just blows my mind. People don't see what's coming. It's crazy. Anyhow, I love y'all, and we'll see you soon. Later. That's my answer to mandatory vaccines.
Go Rocket, Mike.
Hear that?
Good on you, brother.
You get a shot before I get a shot.
Love
A
him.
word from our sponsor. You see, guys,
That's
I was
right.
only having a go at you. You know we'd
Yeah.
never do that, but I
Yeah.
could not play that because I remember the first time I saw that and just gold.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Yeah, so
yeah.
as you see what's happening with police and all this sort of stuff, it's they're breaking people, they're conditioning people, they've taken all your rights and freedoms away, and the same things are going to happen here in Queensland. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update of what what's happening here, and it will get worse and worse. So I think that I will just keep giving you guys updates and finding what I can, and we'll go from there. So everyone should be praying for everyone. That's the way it is, and I just want to thank you guys for listening, and just keep your eyes and ears peeled, because as I've said in other streams as well, Australia is the testing ground, because we aren't armed, and they can get away with it a lot easier. So it is what it is, isn't it, sis?
Yeah, I think the main important part is those of us who do know people that haven't taken it. I did want to say about the New York governor of New York saying that New York is basically open for business as long as you've had the orange juice. Well,
that's right.
That's coming to us all very quickly. So, there's not much we can do except what Mike there's doing, having a good idea and a good go at it. And we can't do that here, but but we can take a leaf out of his book, but or we could do a Peter Foster and run away. But what it all comes down to, guys, is it's coming down the pike now. We're there, and we don't know how long we can keep even communicating for. So we really don't. And it's good to have a bit of a joke and a laugh, and but I tell you what, we know what this is all about at the end of the day. And if you don't have Yeshua, if you didn't ask him into your heart and say, Father, just I don't know how to believe, even if you don't know how to tell him you don't know how to believe, just ask him. Anybody listening to this has not. Just it's no big religious deal. You can tell we aren't religious people that gather on this stream. We are just people who know that he's answered us all throughout our lives, and no matter what, he's always been there. So if the worst time to let go would be now for me, because I've been shown and I know, and it's 11:19.
Just stepping out just stepping out a bit, sis. I'll be 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure. I can hear the chook going off in the background there. But I think that it's just coming down to the point that we need to just be focused and just pray, read the Bible, pray like you've never, ever prayed before, and if you have never fasted, fast, do it, because it's something about when you don't eat that you really do get more information bombs dropped into your spirit. That's what I find. And What else could I say about this? Boy, look, um, I don't get lost for words much, but everything's about to change now. And a lot of people have been saying it for a long time, but we knew that we'd know when the time was going to come where we would say, it is really right now upon us. Because I've been saying it for nearly 4 years. And I know that the goalposts, they're about to move big time. I don't know what else to do but to pray. So I really don't. That is the only thing that I know that is real anymore, because we've been told so many lies that to me it seems simple that the Father is real, because everything else has been a lie. And you can go through everything, our history, our buildings, our sky, our sun, our moon, being all these millions of miles away, it's all a lie. And now that we've gotten to this point, we get to see it all revealed. And we have, and we've followed the journey, and now the only thing we can do is literally wait and pray. And I just don't know. There is nothing else to do. And I'm being really, really serious. I felt really happy today. I've been really gifted by the Father to have had a good spirit upon me today, because some days it's hard. Some days, like a couple of you sisters said, Sister Kathleen and Roxanne was talking before about they've been having, some tough times the last few days. We do. We do. And sometimes you guys, you need to let go. I don't know if you like watching surfing. Watch surfing. Watch, there's always something we can watch that is not sinning, but that can just give us just a break in our minds, because this can become very, very overwhelming. All right? It's there 24/7. We realise that. See, Growler and I have been living it constantly since he moved in. It's nearly 18 months, day in, day out. And even before that, it was 18 months, or whatever, 2 years before that. It's just never gone away. But the only way to tolerate it is you got to try and shut your brain off sometimes from it. That would be my other advice, apart from the other advice I just gave. Listen to me, Miss Philosopher. No, but to be real about it, I woke up feeling so right today. I still feel so right. Some days I don't feel right. Some days I'm condemning myself. I feel like I'm such a friggin' hopeless piece of dirt. And then some days I feel that, yes, I can do this, but I think, all these airwaves are designed, and I mean, you see what I catch in the sky here, guys, through the camera. These things, they're shooting through the air at us, plus what we're breathing in from the planes. It is all designed to make us feel one day we're great, next day we want to, not do very good things. And I can tell you now, it is, the more you do read the word, it is, the better you are. You can stay focused. There is protection, and it is real. It really is. So that's the only advice we can give you, is to pray. But then pray believing too. I mean, the scriptures say you've got to pray believing that you're going to receive. Otherwise, if you walk away thinking, oh, he probably didn't hear me, oh, well, then you've got your reward. That's what it says. That will be your reward. So, hi, Psalms 34. I've forgotten what your name used to be. You're back. My chat is lagging, guys. And I really didn't sort of prepare a scripture or anything for this one, because I never do, because I always let the Father sort of talk to me at the end of the stream and try and listen, because look, we're going through the darkest hour we've ever been through, ever. and we want to laugh and have a good time, and we want to forget that this is happening. And those around us more so, because they're not doing what we're doing, all of us here that are gathered here, they're not doing this stuff. They're not looking at it for themselves. You know, their ears want to be tickled. They want to be told good things. They want to be told things are going to come back to normal, when even that is a lie. For those who do get the orange juice, we know it can't, that they will be destroyed. And it now, if the New York governor is saying that you cannot buy, sell, nor trade in the trade capital of the world without the orange juice, then if that's not it, I don't know what is then. Now, they coerced everybody into getting it, but those people still perished for lack of knowledge, of not looking into it themselves in the beginning. So where we have sympathy for them and we grieve for them, but we can't think that anybody's just going to jump off the cliff with this. They have made a proper decision in their hearts to do it. And we've all got family members now who have done this. We do. And this is part of this grieving that's going on, because we are sort of, then you'll question it and go, oh, please, don't let it be that way. No, maybe I haven't, lost anybody. Do you know what I mean? And we don't know. That's up for the Father to judge. I'm not saying that anything like that. But no matter what, if it's not the thing spoken of in the book of Revelation, if it's not that, it is a total out depopulation bioweapon. So I'm sorry, it's which flavour do you want of death? So I've been put here to warn you that from the beginning. I was here to warn you something's coming, then something came. Now I'm here to warn you that we have other. Just while I'm thinking about it, we have other channels who I really, really have respected for quite some time, who are now saying it is not the mark spoken of in the book of Revelation. I'm very disappointed. I'm not going to call those channels out, but there's just people saying this, and they need to be very careful what they say, because either way, they do not push something like this for it to be a good thing. What are the 9 words you're supposed to flee from? We are from the government. We are here to help. Does everybody forget this in this hour of what's going on? And, look, if we get taken down, so be it. See us on Odyssey. Find us on Rumble. Go look for us somewhere. But we won't give up until we can't do it anymore, okay? So
That's
just
right.
know that, guys. We'll keep going, because we need to just be here for each other. As I said before, guys, just before I go, don't hesitate to send me any awesome sky photos you have. I would like to start with a little bit of a sky gallery each week of you guys' photos, so you get to show off your photography. And because my channel is also classed as an Australian sky watching channel as well, so people that are
that's
looking
right.
for things like that, click onto it. I don't want to bore you, but did you want to say anything else?
All I can say is, it is what it is. I mean, Beck was called 3.5 years ago. I was called at the same time, and I mean, as I've said, I had a great job, and my ex-partner had a great job. We had everything, and could afford to go around the world whenever we wanted, and all this sort of thing. And it's just fleshy crap. That's what I've found out. And when you start working for the kingdom, you feel a lot more inspired. You feel a lot more clean when you actually drop the ways of the world. And not everyone drops everything, and no one does. Everyone goes up there with something. Otherwise, he wouldn't have come down and died for us.
I think he's also coming to clean his bride up, guys. I've said this to you all week. If he takes everything off us, like everything, the cigarettes, the pot, the alcohol, whoever does whatever, I don't care. I'm not your judge.
Not me either.
We all do our fair share, whatever. But I tell you what, if he comes and takes it all off us, we should see that as an excellent, excellent, excellent thing, because
Yeah,
then we
yeah.
can get to go there properly, fully, literally, physically clean as well, and we're not
Mm.
fighting these demons that's been with us our whole lives.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Sorry about that.
no, that's all right. Yeah, but, well, that's what it is, and I mean, you have to drop everything of the world. Um, you know, you have to drop everything of the world, or as much as you can, and go the other way. So if the world's jumping off a cliff, you have to go. We're going the other way, but we seem the crazy ones by going the other way, not jumping off the cliff like everyone else, and they think we're crazy. So, I mean, I know that like everyone here in the chat, they were put here by him. They were started off the channel, and you guys are here for us, and your prayers for us are the most important thing, and hopefully we're here for you guys as well. So he gives it to people who are willing. He gave your brain to use as well. And I find that very important. The simple walk over the cliff, the simple do, and he did give you a brain to use. So we are here for each other. I mean, it will be an awesome reunion when we do come up. When we all meet each other, it's just going to be amazing, to be honest. And I think that everyone here on this chat, we're all such a closely knitted community, and we all think the same. I mean, go figure. I was in Melbourne, got the same thing. Beck was up here in Queensland. You guys are in different parts of Australia, America. You guys all got the same thing. So it can't be by chance.
Right.
It doesn't work like that.
Hey, Vincent. Vincent, hi, Vincent. Haven't seen you for ages.
Yeah. So I just think that everyone on this show here is on the stream is a blessing, and I think people have got Beck's email. If you see something, anything happen, just email her. So it helps us with our research as well. You bring us what's happening over there if we don't get it, and we bring you guys stuff here. What's happening? But I can tell you right now.
Could you just quickly mention about the ships that are attacking in Iran or something? Sorry, I did forget.
Yeah, I didn't really go into it.
It was the other day, wasn't it?
Yeah, it started the other day, and I just think it's just another false flag. It's a tit for tat sort of crap between so-called between Israel and Iran, but I'm sure Israel will be doing that. Setting up their own false flags so they can kicks off something, as we've said before, sis, that I think it'll be a limited exchange somewhere. I don't think, I could be wrong, but I don't think anything will happen until they reach their targets with the orange juice. And then once that happens, they've got that phase out of the way, they go to the next phase. That's what I've come up with. But who knows? There's a lot of flashpoints around the world, and look, anything can happen. I don't think anything too big will happen. Like I said, it's just going to be a limited exchange here and there to take people's how would I put it, their attention off what's happening over here, and it's just a big psychological game to deflect people's attention. That's what I think, and of course to how would I put it, to further their goals. But as I said, I will be going through the next live stream that the European armies, the 10 toes of the leopard, will be released on 10 European countries, and I'll go through that next live stream. I think that's very important. It's very prophetic as well. I was going to do it this live stream, but I thought I'd just give you guys an update of what's happening here. But yeah, all the European countries, all their militaries are going to absolve and become a police force within their own country, and that bill has already passed. So it's more of a geopolitical game and a geopolitical move that I'll go through next time. So yeah, the 10 kings. That's right, the 10 kings that won't have a kingdom,
Oh, yeah.
and yep, and they will
Deborah
give their
Higgins.
yep.
Sorry,
They
sorry,
will
darling.
yep. So
Deborah Higgins
so
just
yeah,
said the banks are limiting the amount of coins again. Well, Deborah, they're actually shutting it at
yep,
lunchtime here. There's only one
yep.
branch that is staying open, and they're even closing earlier. But all our banks are only open from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m.
Mm,
That's
mm,
what they've done. This has just happened in the last week too. We forgot to mention that, Growler,
yeah,
because that
yeah,
is
yeah,
significant with the way the
yeah.
economy is.
Well, it is. Yeah, they're shutting down ATMs, and I think there's been about, I don't know, in the last year there's been 300 bank closures and the like. So, and what they're doing, our big four banks here, CBA and NAB and ANZ, they're opening at 9 in the morning, going. Sorry, our big four, CBA, NAB, ANZ, Westpac, they're all opening at 9. The three of the banks are closing between 12 and 1 in the afternoon, and Westpac is closing at 2:30. So most people do their banking in the afternoon after they've finished, the day's trade and all this sort of stuff. So they're forcing people online. They're going to get rid of cash and all this sort of thing because the virus is on the cash now, and they'll dream up of all this bullshit, just to get rid of cash, because I mean, cash is worthless. It's damn toilet paper. If you have a look at it, and has been now for quite a while. That's just another way to get rid of cash, and that's something that I'll go through it sometime soon as well. So because yeah,
Sure.
they say, oh yeah, so there's a lot to get through, and we even might do another live stream tomorrow. No, I'm joking. Just quickly, Roxanne has said, did you hear? Did anybody hear about the shooting in the Pentagon? I did hear something like that, and they locked it down.
Yeah,
I'm
there
not
was
sure.
an
Yeah,
attack
yeah. Okay, I
out on
didn't.
the street or something, not
Okay, yeah,
inside it,
yeah, yeah,
but it
yeah.
could have
So
been just a false flag or something.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening, and I can tell you, I think I went through it last live stream as well. That in Australia, because I won't QR code, I won't never, no mask, no nothing. So and all our big supermarkets, Coles, Woolworths, and your big hardware stores, Bunnings, they're all owned by BlackRock and Vanguard. So I'm never shopping there again. So as soon as I found that out, I'm not going to participate in that system, because that's where they're going to start orange juicing people at supermarkets now. That's what they're going to do,
That's
and
right.
I'm not going to be part of it. So I'm just going to the small people and supporting them, and because I don't want to be held accountable up there, going to big supermarkets anymore, and giving money to for them to set up these hubs, and that's just the way it is. So I mean. Like I said, the bigs are getting bigger, and the smaller guys are being pushed out big time. So that's what they want, and that's the way it is. So yeah,
So
there's a lot to go through.
sorry, I was just I've lost it. Why? So
That's all right.
the fires. Somebody's talking about the fires. It must have just popped up here. Zoe, yes, the fires. Listen, we've seen the children's toys in the microwave slides and stuff that are not burning, so we know what they're doing there. And this is
Mm,
it's just like they did in 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, but they're just
mm,
getting more and more and more. And now that Gates owns most of the farmland, he can do what he wants with it, can't he?
mm, yeah.
You know.
Mm,
Um.
absolutely. Yeah. Yep.
So actually, here's a question, Vernon Daniels. Do you remember the California Redwood Walk, Vernon? Just we'll have a chat about that sometime, because if you go onto Richie's channel, Jailbreak Overlander, he's done a video about it, and I just want you to have a real good look at that trail he's on. So, and get back to me about that, Vernon. So we'll talk
can I
anyway,
just,
but just for the next live stream, so other people know. Okay, go for it.
I just wanted to say a quick shout out to people, just a quick one. I just want to thank the Watchman. Watchman, you are a jet fighter on steroids, mate. You just keep smashing out those scriptures, and that's the way. We love you very much here, mate, and you're a very big part of this family. And just keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, I know. I feel like Sarah Connor too, smashing on the fence, and then the nuke goes off and no one listens. That's the way it is. But you can only try and wake up as many people as you can. Anne Walsworth, thanks. Awesome. Thanks for being a part of this channel. You're one of the biggest parts of this channel. Absolutely, the best mod going around at all. You really are. And Zoe Round, we haven't seen you for ages, my sister. We love you very much. Hope everything's going well for you. Vernon Daniels, thanks, Vernon. You're information left, right, and centre. So keep smashing it out, mate. That's fantastic. Dedra Higgins, thank you so much. Dwayne Glower, I think it is. Thanks, Dwayne, and Fiddlesticks as well. Thanks, Julie C, for coming in. Great to have you. Trixie Andrews, security at supermarkets. Yes, there is. They're going to put security guards out at supermarkets in New South Wales to enforce QR codes to people now. If you don't QR code, they're going to call the police, and then the police take you away. So that's where it is here now in New South Wales at the moment. Sister Kathleen, thanks so much, sister. Good to see you. I hope you're going really well. And thanks for your prayer last time. It was awesome. Roxanne, thank you, Roxanne, for coming in. Yars Child, thank you, Yars Child, for coming in. You're awesome, mate. And Kathleen Miller as well. Thanks, Kathleen, for coming in. And Forgiven and Blessed, thank you very much for coming in. Great to have you in. Bethane, Trump 1, good to have you in. Robin Middlebrook, good to have you in, sister. Hope everything's going well for you. Barbara as well, thanks, Barbara, for coming in, and anyone else that I haven't said hi to yet.
Two
All
girls
my love
aren't
to
in the
go out to you
house.
guys.
Two girls aren't in the house. Bronny and Veronica Valley.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bronny,
Where the
Bronny,
girls
where are you? Where are you,
I always
Bronny?
miss them when they're not here.
Yeah,
I always know.
and
I always do
and
notice when
Fudgy.
most people aren't here. Yeah, Fudge is
Fudgy.
here.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
I didn't see you there, Fudgy. Good to see you, Fudgy.
Did you,
Love you, mate.
Beck and Growler, did you look at the State of the Nation? Yeah, what that address that ScoMo did, we did, yes.
Yes,
Is that what she means?
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Right.
I think that was his
Shane.
roadmap out. Yeah.
Shane's finally in the house. I actually played some of your photos at the beginning, Shane, if you go back and have a look on the beginning of the stream. And good to see you, as usual. Hope you're doing fine. Was looking at photos of you and your beautiful wife when you were dressed up, and it was so cute. I just want to just say, well, I can get a word in edgeways with this fella here. Remember, the book of Revelation has 22 chapters, guys. Remember, the book of Revelation goes to chapter 22. Look, we don't know if this is, but I mean, wow, it's looking that way, because with everybody getting orange juiced around us, we just can't see really any other way out of this. And it just, where he says, he who testifies to these things says, surely I am coming quickly. Oh, wow. I just love it. I just love it.
Bring that on.
That was the last thing he ever said. So in that's written, that we have it as our history anyway. And it goes for 22 chapters.
Funny
so it's a good sign. He gives us many signs, and that's why the people that will say, oh, but we didn't know. I don't know. We've seen about how many different ways into the circle can you see? Many, many, many different ways of all the lies upon lies upon lies. And it just took some getting away from everything, critical thinking, looking at what's real and what they're telling you compared to what's telling you, compared to what you're seeing with your real eyes. Nobody's still
just
seeing
quickly.
anybody dying of these things
Yeah,
either.
I know. Yeah,
They will be
I
dying
know.
of the other things though. And
Mm.
Joe's in the house. G'day, matus. When are we going to do a
Jojo.
live stream?
Yeah, come on, Joe. Come on, mate.
Yeah, another day. We're just about
Um,
wrapping it up. You've jumped in late,
yeah,
dude. Yeah, go
yeah,
on, mate.
Lily. Lily has said, what do you
She's been
think
here
about the
ages.
census? Yeah, what do you think about the census? Well, if you've got a fireplace, just use that to start fires.
That's
That's
exactly
the
right.
only thing. Yep, that's the only thing it's good
That's what
for.
I
You know,
think
just
about it.
use it to warm the house.
Hmm.
That's the best thing you can do.
That's
So
right.
that would be my. That's what I'd use it for. Anyway, nothing, no change.
Yeah.
No
They just
surprise.
want their fingers everywhere, Lily.
Yep.
They just want their tentacles everywhere. Go back to London 212 Olympic Games and have a look at the giant octopus they used, the blue blood
Mm,
with its giant tentacles going all throughout the world. Just go and have a
mm,
look at that, and that'll show you where we're at with where they think they're at. But see, the seven thunders uttered something in the book of Revelation, which John was told not to write about. And that
mm.
we know that is the Father's plans because they could not be revealed to the enemy. He's gonna just this is all gonna go down so much different to what than I reckon even any one of us has ever imagined it could. But it will go down in favor of those who have called on his name. Those who call on his
That's
name
right.
will be saved. You
That's
can't be
right.
saved unless you call on his name.
That's
What
right.
is his name? He has many names. Start with Father and thank you for your son, Jesus, Yeshua. It's
Yep.
simple. That's pretty simple. But
Yep.
he has many names. He comes back with a name on himself that nobody knows but himself. So
Yeah.
just know he is the great one who literally spilt his human blood for us. And then I don't know what's going to happen. This could go 10 billion different ways. But I know the book only goes to 22 chapters. So I think at this time in our walk with all of us, that is quite comforting.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
comforting because that
Yep.
means that this is all going to be over and done with by the end of 2022 for us
Yep.
anyway.
Yep.
You know, we know that the world will stay here for a little while longer. If so, maybe whatever. We'll see. Let's just all
Yep.
say we'll see. I never argue over doctrine. It's just a completely
Yep.
ridiculous idea to do that. But
That's right.
it's been a pleasure being with you, lovely people. It's so hard for me trying to type and talk and then listen to Growler. And
Yeah.
I do my best. Please, forgive my spelling or some things I might say.
Yeah.
And well, we're gonna send me in. I'll drop the email again. Just send me in some of your photos or anything that you want. We'll do a little sky gallery thing, like Mr. MBB333, tiny little
Oh
sky
yeah.
gallery thing at the beginning of each. I'll even have the do 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 music. No, we'll just show each other's photos because we need to
Yeah.
know what's going on in our skies, and ours have been just whack with rays, but no clouds. We've had very, very clear, cold days. So not much to report here. So keep the photos coming. Trying to get a few people together to do organising live streams, but organising everybody at the same time is a little bit hard. And Chuck, who was in the house before, is one of them. We've been trying. It's just that Chuck works strange hours. So keep a lookout for a live stream with Chuck, and Atheism is Madness will be on there too. So
Yep.
keep a
Absolutely.
lookout for that, guys. And but we will, if we need to do a walk and talk, even if it's this afternoon, if something changes dramatically
Yeah.
or anything, we
Yeah.
will let you know. And
Yeah.
just keep a lookout for this. Don't forget Operation Polygon either. It's not.
Yeah.
They're just about to pull that somewhere at some time. So
Yep.
I think the answer is if we can't communicate anymore, that they've shut our communication down. So it'd be
That's
as
right.
simple as
That's
that,
right.
wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yep. Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
and I think Australia would be one of the ones to go first because
Yep.
we are outspoken and we need to be. It's going down. Whether we always say, "Gee, we wish that we had conjured this up in the backyard at Sunnybank, in the middle of nowhere.
Of
Wish we
course.
conjured
Yep.
this up." Wish
Yep.
we just,
We,
and it
yeah.
wasn't real. Now we can turn the clock back and go, oh, it was fun to think about all this, but it's not really happening.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yeah. Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
I
No.
know all these people here are completely with us. They just cannot believe that people cannot see what's going on at this late hour. They still think, all right, even if we do the orange juice, we'll still go back to normal. They will never let you take the mask off. It's part of the ritual. It's a satanic witchcraft ritual that
Yep.
you need to look into. The thing up the nose is a satanic ritual. Pulling the brains out, Egyptian days, ring a bell, anybody, all the people here would know. Now, so these things, there's more than one reason not to wear a mask, put it that way. And they can't stop us. No, I don't think they can stop us. No, they can. Look, this is why you need Yeshua's blood on you, because you'll die when Father says it's time. That's it. And that gives me comfort, because that means I'm not going down for nothing. And it means not going down without something, if you guys know what I mean. So, yeah, we are a weird mob, Fudge. So, us Aussies, we are a weird mob. But we mean well, and we just, guys, just all I can say is the only thing that really matters is now the people that you know that haven't got it, just in the most comforting ways possible, just try and say something, and see, we've talked about this last week, Growl Up, the blood's off your hands then. Okay.
That's right.
We've had people do it that we told them not to. Hey, we actually got to warn them. So we can actually go, well, gee, I'm glad I told that person. Do you know what I mean?
Then
Especially
if they
coming
go
from
and
our point.
that's right.
And if they
Because if
do,
they're, blood's off our hands.
yes, we've told them. But if you know and you don't tell, you are no better than those who are not doing anything. And yet they might still just scream at you and yell at you and just say, okay, well, look, I know that pretty soon we won't be seeing each other anymore. And that's it. You don't even have to say any more than that, because it will be, that will be the way. Good night, Vernon. We love you. Good night, Vernon. Or good night, everybody who's going to bed, because we are too. But we're just entering into lunchtime.
Yeah.
So, but we do. We love having you all here. We're happy for these gatherings, and it's just all we can do. Look, none of us is good. Okay. Here's this chapter I was looking for. I can't believe it. The other day when I says, when the father was saying there is none who call for justice. No one calls for justice, nor does any plead for truth. They trust in empty words and speak lies. They conceive evil and bring forth iniquity. They hatch vipers' eggs and weave the spider's web, the internet web. He who eats of their eggs dies. See? And from that which is crushed, a viper breaks out. Guys, what are VCs made with? They're made with eggs. They're vitroed with chicken's eggs originally. It says eggs here. It says vipers. It says, well, I just opened it on that. I seriously kid you not. No, I don't. And I got it. There you go. So,
well done.
Father, in the name of Yeshua, I pray for everybody listening on this stream. I pray that you unite us all in spirit, in truth. Please give us courage. We're going to need lots and lots of courage, lots of strength. Give us the last bit of strength that we need to actually tell these people that you're going to put in our way, that you will tell us to tell. And no matter what the cost to us, it doesn't matter if they laugh at us. It doesn't even matter if they throw a bottle at us. It doesn't matter. Please help us to overcome any fears of being too shy to speak, because the hour is very late. But I pray that each and every person listening to this is in your hands. You have your angels ready, waiting. They're already working. I know they are. But they're ready for this final battle. Father, prepare your people. Give them the spiritual maturity we need right now, because we can't do this without you. I can't do it without you, and none of us can. And we're going down here. The ship's going down. We know it. We know it. So please, but we know what you said. And if we believe you, you said our faith is counted as righteousness to us. And that is all it is because we believe of what you said. Please, please save each and every person listening to this, and please help them to bring more people to know that this is all a lie, the lie of it. Let them, show them, tell them how to tell people not to be fooled. Please, Father, I pray in the precious, mighty, mighty, mighty name, through the blood of Yeshua HaMashiach. Thank you.
Roger.
Roger that.
Roger that. It's
Roger.
always a Roger. Roger.
Whew.
Yep.
Okay.
Growler.
Come out fast and hard, but
Yeah.
boy, yeah.
Yep.
Well, look at that.
Way to go.
It was Isaiah 59. If anyone wanted to know about that bit, where it was Isaiah 59 verse 4.
Mm.
No, 5. They hatch vipers' eggs and they weave a spider's web, which is the internet net. And he who eats of their eggs dies. From that which is crushed, a viper breaks out. Yep. So we know where we are at. We have to be the ones that, even though we may have suffered from knowing this stuff for so long, that we have suffered because we've all had to swallow this truth that all of us here know, that what's happened to each other. Well, then, but it's better that we imagine if we didn't know, guys. Imagine if we didn't know.
It's even worse.
Imagine if we didn't know.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
yeah, hit that like, guys, on your way out. It gives us a little bit more coverage, and hopefully people that need us will find us. All of us. Every time I say us, I mean us as a family, because without you guys, this doesn't happen. This is what all these rock stars and that fail to remember in their careers, is that the people that made them famous are the people that bought their albums in the first place. That's in a real world situation. Without the fans, you're nothing. And not that you're fans, without people, we are nothing together. We're nothing. We're all just, so it's, yeah, I hope we can just reach even one more in the time we've got left, guys. If, like, we had 60-something people in the chat, if everybody just went for one more person, there'll be 65 more people that will not take it.
Sure.
Excuse me, I had to cough. That will not take it. That will not be lost. This is serious now. Most people can see what's really going on. Revelation is real. The book is playing out. We can't do anything about it. We can't change it. I'm not ready for it. You're not ready for it. Nobody's ready for it. And here it comes.
That's right.
So, but the good news is that there is a way out. And we've all know what that is. So much love, peace, grace, blessings to everybody. And we will endeavour to do one next week as usual, as always.
Yep, that's right.
Not sure what day, but so thank you, Messi gentlemen. Everybody give
thank you,
Messi a
Messi.
big thumbs up, please.
Yeah,
He's
thanks,
done
Messi.
an
You're a legend, mate.
job tonight.
As usual.
He had a bit on his hands tonight. He had to, So we just thank you for that, mate. You're awesome. You're a legend.
You are, mate.
And to all of you, you're all legends. Growler, you're a legend.
Mate, you're a legend, and Messi's a legend, and every single person in this chat is a full-on legend.
Joe, you're a legend.
Yep. And you're all fast jets on steroids and full burners. So just keep going with that. And we love you very much. So thanks so much for coming in, guys. And you guys, every single person in the chat means a lot to us. Really does.
Absolutely.
You mean everything to us, mate. You really do.
Absolutely. Just keep praying, guys. Don't give up. If you know who's got channels in here. We've got Joe's in here, Effed Up World. Please, if you haven't gone and shown Joe some love, do that. Post anything. Good day, Dale. He's got a channel. Go and post anything, some love. And we have Anne. Anne has a channel, guys. Our lovely Anne Walsworth. Please go and show her some love on her channel. Just pull each other up, guys. That's what we're all here for. If I've missed any of you, I know Bubba didn't make it in tonight, but there's the Bubba News. Just keep an eye on, and guys, we all learn things from each other, so we all need each other. What do we got here? Night, everybody. Night, guys. Night.
Yeah.
So sorry, Ben, you missed the stream, but go back and have a listen, and we will see you all very, very soon, though.
Yes, we will.
If not,
thanks very much. Love you guys.
Yeah, I was just going to say, did you want to say anything else? Yep.
Yeah. Just thanks to everyone, and Shane Barber as well. Thanks, buddy, and Robin Middlebrook as well. And Post Anything, he's got a great channel. And I've seen some of your comments get wiped off, mate, which is not good. So yeah, that's not good. And of course, the lovely Anne Walsworth, keep it up. You're a jet fighter, mate. You really are. All done.
All right. Yeah, so good one. Well, thanks everybody, and we will see you again, if not on the next live stream,
Yep,
in the air.
that's right. Absolutely.
We are going to
Uh,
be having a good week until we see you again. We're going to be
Yep.
positive. We're
Yep.
going to keep in the word, and we're going to keep praying, and that's all we can do, guys, and keep you informed on, keep a lookout for the small videos, because
yeah, that's right.
probably, the rate it's changing, we'll be pumping them out. So we'll have our little walks with the dogs, and Bo's still going good. So yeah, that's good.
Yep.
Thanks, Growler. Thanks very much for tonight, mate. Thank you for your time.
No worries, mate. It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure, and thank you for everything you've done. It's your
Thanks,
channel, mate.
No, it's our channel these days, buddy. You know
Okay.
that.
Cool.
All right. And to all you lovely people, we bid you good night where you are, good day where we
Yep.
are, and we
Yeah.
are out.